discuss the secured MIME functionality. In terms of general functionality, SIMA is very simple, similar to PGP. Both offers the ability to sign and or encrypt the messages. In this subsection, we briefly summarize SIMA capabilities. Uh, Let me examine the message format and message preparations. The SIMME function provides the following functions. First one is enveloped data. This consists of an encrypted content of and type and encrypted content encryption keys for one or more receptors. The second one, signed data. A digital signature is formed by taking the message digest of the content to be signed and then encrypting that with the private key of the signer. The content plus signature are then encoded using a base64 encoding. A signed data message can only be viewed by a recipient with the secure MIME capabilities. Third one, clear signed data. As with the signed data, a digital signature of this content is formed. However, in this case, only the digital signature is encoded using an base64. As a result, recipients without secure MIME capabilities can view the message content, although they cannot verify the signature. The fourth one is nothing but signed and enveloped data. Signed only and encrypted only entities may be nested so that encrypted data may be signed and signed data or clear signed data may be encrypted. Let's discuss about the cryptographic algorithms which is going to be get used in the secured MIME. Uh, in generally, the cryptographic algorithm used in SIMA uses the terminology taken from RFC 2119. Keywords for use in RFCs to indicate the requirement levels, which is to specify the requirements. First one is called as must, second is called as should. The first one, must. The definition is an absolute requirement of the specification. An implementation must include this feature or function to be in conformance with the specification. Second one, should. There may exist a valid reason in the particular circumstance to ignore this feature or function, but it is recommended that an implementation include the feature or function. The secure MIME incorporates three public key algorithm, a digital signature standards, DSS and RSA, and as functions SHA1 and MD5, some kind of session key encryptions as LGAMA and RSA. A message encryption may be an AES or a triple DES and some other formats, and message authentication code is maybe an HMAC with SH1. Let's see in detail about this. The digital signature standard is the preferred algorithm for digital signature, and a secure MIME lists Diffie-Hellman as the preferred algorithm for encrypting session keys. In fact, secured MIME uses a variant of Diffie-Hellman that does provides encryption and decryption known as LGAML. As an alternative, RSA can be used for both signatures and session key encryption. These are the same algorithm used in PGP and provided an high level of security. For the hash function used to create the digital signature, the specification requires the 160-bit SHA but recommended receiver supports for 128-bit MD5 for backward compatibility with older version of secured MIME. There is a justifiable concern about the security of message digest 5. So SHA1 is clearly the preferred alternative. For message encryption, triple key DES is recommended, but compliance implementation must support 40-bit RC2. The latter is a weak encryption algorithm but allows compliance with US export control. Let's discuss the cryptographic algorithms which is used in the secret MIME. The function, which is a create a message digest to be used in forming a digital signature. The requirement must support SHA-1. Receiver should support MD5 for backward compatibility. The second function, encryption message digest to form a digital signature, whereas the requirement sending and receiving agent must support DSS. A sending agent should report RSA encryption. Receiving agent should support verification of RSA signature with the key size of 512 bits to 1024 bits. The third function, encrypt session key for transmission with a message. A sender and receiver agent should support Diffie-Hellman algorithm. A sender and receiver agent must support RSA encryption with the key size of 512 bits to 1024 bits. The function, the fourth one, encrypt message for transmission with a one-time session key. Whereas the requirement, sending and receiving agent must support encryption with triple DES. A sending agent should support encryption with advanced encryption standard AES, and a sending agent should support encryption with RC2 or 40. The last function of the cryptographic algorithm, which is used in SMIME, create a message authentication code. A receiver agent must support HMAC with SHA-1, whereas sending agent should support for HMAC with SHA-1. This is the function and requirement of a cryptographic algorithm used in the secure MIME. Let's discuss the secure MIME specification, which includes a discussion of the procedure for deciding which content encryption algorithm to use. In essence, a sending agent has two decisions to make. First, the sending agent must determine if the receiving agent is capable of decrypting using a given encryption algorithm. A second one, if the receiving agent is only capable of accepting weakly encrypted content, the sending agent must design if it is capable to send using weak encryption. To support this decision process, a sending agent may announce its decrypting capabilities in order to a preference for any message that it sends out. A receiver agent may store the information for future use. Some rules have been followed over there in order should be followed by a sending agent. Let's see one by one. If the sending agent has a list of preferred decrypting capabilities from an intent recipient, it should choose the first, highest preference capability on the list that it is capable of using. Second, if the sending agent has no such list of capabilities from an intent recipient but has received one or more message from the recipient, then the outgoing message should use the same encryption algorithm as was used on the last signed and encrypted message received from that intent recipient. The third one, if the sending agent has no knowledge about the decryption capabilities of the intent recipient and is willing to risk that the recipient may not be able to decrypt the message, then the sending agent should use a triple DES. The last one, if the sending agent has no knowledge about the decrypting or decryption capabilities of the intent recipient and is not willing to risk that the recipient may not be able to decrypt the message, then the sending agent must use RC2 bar 40. If the message is to be sent to multiple recipients and a common encryption algorithm cannot be selected for all, then the sending agent will need to send two messages. However, in that case, it is important to note that the security of the message is made vulnerable by the transmission of one copy with lower security. So we have come to a summary of this particular SMIME functionality. In this video, we have discussed about introduction of MIME. We have come across with a overview of MIME, And the specifications and header files we discussed over there. 4 different header files we have come across, sorry, 5 header files we come across over there. And message structure we have seen, then message transfer encoding, canonical form, the functionality of SMMI, 4 different functionalities we have come across, cryptographic algorithm, 5 algorithms we have been seen over there with the specification of secure MIME. Hope that this video may be helpful for you people to understand the MIME and secured MIME functionalities. If you people have any queries, kindly you can post the queries to me. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.